care what your record is, this offense comes out and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
Quickly to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense.
There we go. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. They'll go with a direct snap. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's on. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world.
Got enough space, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Groupers offense will have its first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll do it himself. He's out past the 35. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
And the groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They try to pop a run on the draw. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Raiola. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it! And he slipped through the crowd, and Hill has it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just force.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
ISO means we're trying to ISO a linebacker, get downhill right now. We're not trying to ISO a corner and get wide and start to go outside. A lot of times when you bounce that thing that's supposed to go in the middle, those guys aren't taking the proper angles out wide. They're assuming where the ball's going, and that's inside. Good job by the defense, but the offense has to know where that play's supposed to go.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. They've got the screen set up. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
To the ground, he's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll send the back in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Bringing the heat. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The groupers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Pressure coming. The throw. Makes the catch. It's Sheffield. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The give to the back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle at Sheffield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the groupers are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
The groupers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Off the play fake. Working on the right. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. And the groupers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Now on the option. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Right down the boulevard. It's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Snap it to the back. Slithers into space. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. He's up to 51 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. And on 2nd down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Runs through the tackle. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete.
Okay, ready?
So now it's 2nd and long.
Moves.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's the handoff. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. The groupers line up to punt it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. On the move, it's Ives. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Raiola. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying play action. Got him downfield. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Steps away. He'll pull it down. Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back. It's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
He's up to 86 yards rushing, and he's making his presence felt in this 1st game. And the Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And it's picked off at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
And the groupers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. To the ground with the back. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The groupers will send out the punt unit. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down.
But I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the 1st down marker is. Let him throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground, forcing a 4th down. Decision time for this offense.
The Cornhuskers looking to convert on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Just steamrolling the defense. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
And the groupers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Well, Little Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like habit, what? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Catch in the middle, it's Parrish. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The groupers send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Handoff from the gun. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Caught over the middle. It's Barney. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Running it to the right. Finding an escape route. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day.
Music no! Music no! 22!
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. They think there's room to run to the right here. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Reading the option, it's Wicks. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays, now to try to throw it and drive on third. Going for it all. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And how about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field. But the defense finally got a stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
Here comes the field goal unit. The field goal is no good because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Now on 2nd down. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Hunt is on its way. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Turning it on. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
I'll tell you, you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunities when they have one-on-ones, and they just did right there.
An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. And into the end zone. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oklahoma is in trouble. You could bring back any of the Heisman winners they've had here, Bradford or Mayfield or Murray. None of them would make a difference today. They're trailing by 24 to Florida. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give on the option. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Greg. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Wicks. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the groupers will line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll give it to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Now the play fake. Rushes on him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.